How do you deal with the desire for love while you're still on NoFap and you want to control your lust? Well, it's pretty damn simple if you ask me. You see, the way you deal with loneliness while you're on NoFap isn't through chasing women, it's actually through following the steps that I'm about to give you inside this video. You first need to understand that your current level of masculinity, of manlyhood, equals to the kind of woman you will attract. You're basically a reflection of the woman that you will attract. If you want to know what woman can you attract within your life, just go in front of the mirror, ask yourself some deep psychological questions. Am I a loser? Do I sleep in every single day? Am I actually disciplined? And you will know the answer as to what type of woman you will attract. You see, if you're currently struggling with NoFap, if you're currently fighting lust and can't seem to beat it, that's exactly what the woman that you will attract. Not a good woman, instead quite opposite, quite on the opposite. You will attract a woman who has unresolved issues herself. And would you actually want that? Let's be honest with me. Do you actually want a woman who is not at a level where you want her to be? Well, of course not. Now the problem is, the woman feels the same way about you. She wouldn't want the current version of you, she wants the improved version of you. So that's the thing that you must first focus upon. You first need to improve yourself in the aspect of NoFap, in the aspect of quitting lust, in the aspect of discipline, masculinity, and overall life. Otherwise, you will attract some broken woman, like many people out there, and you're gonna settle. You're gonna settle for someone who is lesser than you, for someone who you knew for a fact you do not deserve. But you still chose her simply because of one simple reason. You chose her because she was the only option that actually was interested into you. Now, would you want to be in that same position like many people currently? Do you honestly want to be there? Or do you want to be in this position of life where you can go in the gym, see a girl that is actually attractive looking to you, and just for the sake of it, just cold approach her, talk with her, and maybe she's interested, maybe she's not. If she's not, fair enough. If she is, let's go. There you go. Now you have a wife, now you have a girlfriend, or whatever, simply because you decided to have some balls, some courage, and you decided to delay gratification for a little while. Now that makes sense, doesn't it? Well, if it does make sense, now let's move on to the second point of this entire psychology that I'm about to instill within your brain. You see, there is two good quotes about women and men. Men age like a fine wine, and it rhymes, plus it's actually true. What do I mean by this? When you are born, you are the ugliest you will ever be. You are the dumbest you will ever be, and you are the most unintelligent version of yourself. The more you grow up, the more your face shifts. Until you're about 20, you don't even recognize that child that you used to be. Plus, now you actually have a functioning brain, know what to do within your life, and actually strive to do something great in this so-called life. So that's how men function. By the age of 30, you will become even more attractive, even stronger, even better. So if that's the case, what's the opposite side of the quote? Men age as a fine wine. Meanwhile, women age as milk. If you're a woman, sorry, I'm so sorry, but I did not come up with this quote. This quote was said from someone, I do not remember who, but it is so goddamn true. You see, when a woman is, let's say, 17, 16, 15, 18, 19, doesn't matter, she will be at the peak of her attractiveness. Some women reach that peak a bit later on, like 22, 25, but that's rare. By the time they are 30 though, that attractiveness will slowly decline. And you see, they need a man to actually keep themselves attractive. Because you see, there are two types of energies within this world, the masculine and the feminine. And if this is a bit of a side tangent, but if she doesn't have a man within her life that will give her the masculine direction, she will start to implement her own masculine soul. And she will start getting those wrinkles. She will start looking less and less attractive. She will start to stress herself out, and before you know it, she is unattractive, and you will not get it up even if they paid you to fuck her. So, in some sense, women actually need you to be a strong man for them. So if that's the case, let's do both of the genders a favor. You as a man and her as a woman, and actually go out there and make sure you become the man that you are meant to be. So my point is, today you are the ugliest, you are the worst, and you are the most unintelligent version you will ever be within your life. Today, in this moment. Tomorrow you will be more intelligent than today. Tomorrow you will have more muscle mass than today. Tomorrow you will have made more progress than today, simply by nature of a man. So that's the case. You need to double down upon those abilities, upon those things, habits that you must do within your life. You don't go to the gym. What the fuck you're doing? Go, drop down, do push-ups. You're scared? You don't have courage? Bro, I just came back, literally, before I was about to record this video. I was down there to fix my bike within town, and I'm at my friend's bike shop. But as soon as I enter, there is a guy, one of his friends, sitting there. They're all 59, 60 years of age. They are not that young. So we start talking, and instantly, man, they tell me a story of this guy, the friend of my friend. Let's call my friend John. John tells me the story of his friend, let's name him Mark. He tells me the story of Mark, how he did something crazy, something insanely courageous in a restaurant on a date. They were all there, like him, Mark, John, and the woman that Mark was dating. Mark is there, and they got into some side tension. She's like, oh, no, you can't do it, oh my god, you can't do it. And he was like, are you sure about that? Literally, are you sure about that? She was talking about whipping out his dick in front of everyone in the restaurant. And she got surprised as hell. He literally, Mark just takes out his cock on the table. And she's like, oh no, what? You did it. And then John was like, oh, just take measurements now. Woman, he did it. So imagine what type of courage you would need to have to do such a thing. Do you have that courage? Yes, maybe it's something crazy. Yes, maybe it's something dumb. But bro, who can do that? Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. It's like so rare to see a person that courageous within life. Literally whipping out his cock, his balls in front of a restaurant. Think about that for a second. So do you have that courage? No? Go build it up. Go to the gym. Actively focus on NoFap, and don't masturbate when you get the testosterone, when you get the boner. Instead, drop down, do push-ups. Drop down, do something beneficial for you. Don't be an idiot. Just start focusing upon yourself. Today is the worst version of yourself you will ever be. So start building yourself up. Start a business, go gym, improve your mental health by meditation, gratitude journaling, and that's all you must do. And now, there is this other thing that you must understand, the third point of this video, which is at about every 4 to 6 months, you will always unlock a new tier of woman within your life. Currently, let's say you're a degenerate, but you want to change. If that's the case, respect for you, my friend. If that's not the case, maybe you're a higher version of the degenerates. Doesn't really matter. The point is, right now, you have a certain woman that you will attract. However, in about the lifespan of 4 to 6 months, you will attract a new tier of woman. A tier of woman which is more high quality if you did the right things in that time period of 4 to 6 months. What does this mean? You will attract a woman that is a wife quality material the more you focus upon your own self-improvement journey. So, eventually, why should you go and chase woman? Why should you go and chase people? I don't know, friends, right now, when in about 4 to 6 months from now you will have better options overall. Why should you do that? Many people I have seen doing this, do that, exactly that. They marry right after finishing high school, simply because, not because they are in actually love, not because they tested the waters. Bro, this was his first girlfriend and he fucking married her. Are you... Why? I'm always asking that question to myself, and now I have the answer. They are doing that from the same standpoint where I was a couple of months back. From the standpoint of scarcity, Oh no, this woman will only be interested into me and no one else. No one else will be interested into me, so may as well go and marry her. And they fuck up, they divorce, now they have to pay alimony for their children, now they have to give half of their properties to their women, and that's it. So stop doing that and instead focus upon yourself and improve yourself first so you can actually get those higher quality wife material girls to which, bruh, she is like the perfect wife you can ever imagine. She cooks you the best food, better than your mother's food. She is literally so good at stroking you while you fall asleep. She is able to read your story, she is able to soothe you or inspire you by the simple tension of her voice, and simply when you see her, you just can't help it but get a full body erection because you love her so much. I'm talking about those high quality feminine women. So before you do something stupid like most people, focus upon yourself. Now, that being said, the fourth point of this video is, yes, focus upon yourself, but do not go out there and focus upon yourself as a coping mechanism. You do not need to be closed off while you're on NoFap, while you try to improve yourself, and while you are trying to battle the desire for girls. Instead, if you see a higher quality woman that currently, if I'm honest, she does not realize her value, you should absolutely go and talk with her. Absolutely. Now, what will this do for you? Well, if you think about it, if you seriously think about it, let's say this woman is 18 years of age. She turned 18, maybe you're both 17 and you got into a relationship, now you're legally 18 and you can actually go to your parents, talk with them about this and stuff like that. Now you get together, like for real. If that happens and this woman is above you, you will get the incentive to work harder, because the moment she is exposed to the dating market, she will not be stupid. She will quickly realize just where she belongs, just where she should actually be. And that where will not be with you. She will leave you. So this should give you the incentive to work harder upon yourself. So if you see a woman like that, go for it. She may be your future wife. In fact, there are quite few examples upon this world that have found each other exactly like that. And if she senses you that you need her for yourself to feel as a whole, she will leave you. So once you meet that woman, if you do, great. Now the real work begins. You need to literally improve 100 times faster than many men out there. So make sure you do that. Finally, the fifth point of this video is NoFap and lust control equals an unfair advantage. You see, listen to me, listen to what I'm about to say right now. The more you improve yourself, the more confident you will get. The more confident you get, the more testosterone you produce. And the more testosterone you produce, the more masculine you become within life. So if that is the case, do you see what's about to happen? You are about, maybe for the first 6 months, you have not attracted any girl. Maybe you got some side eyes and that's it. The next 6 months, you will suddenly be more confident, be more jacked, you will go out there, talk with girls, talk with people, talk with men, and men will respect you more, and girls will now face toward you instead of just side-eyeing you. Another 6 months later, they will literally be able to sense your presence, to sense your masculinity, the depth of your presence, because you're meditating, you're journaling, you're going to the gym, you're improving yourself in every way possible, and specifically NoFap. You do not waste your seed, instead you use it for the right thing. If that happens, now you suddenly become this man of a walking masculine aura who will never go unnoticed inside this world. Because first of all, you are huge. Second of all, you are confident. And third of all, people want to be around you. So, that gives you automatically an unfair advantage. And NoFap will help you out with this, because you will preserve that testosterone that you would otherwise waste on jerking off for the right activities within your life. And now finally, there is one last thing that I want to say as a bonus. You see, do not reject yourself. If you want to have a friend, if you want to have a woman within your life, and you see this guy and you think, oh, he's too cool, or oh, he's not that great anyway, he probably just looks cool and that's it. How about you just shut the fuck up and go and talk to them in the first place? There is this one good example, one good lesson I have learned from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, and that is the value of contradicting yourself, of uncertainty. Like maybe a woman looks at you weird and she's angry. Maybe she's angry at something else. Maybe it doesn't mean that she's angry at you. What if, just what if whatever you're thinking about right now is not right? Just what if this guy is actually a high value human, high value man, and he would actually appreciate you walking up to him? Just what if? Always contradict yourself with that question. What if I'm wrong? And what will happen if I'm wrong? That will give you a good insight within this life as to what you must do right now in the present current moment. So start doing this from now on if you have this issue, but most often than not, meditation will be just enough, because now you're actually able to focus upon your breath. So wherever and whenever you see a girl, it's her job to reject you. Your job is to try. So don't be there rejecting yourself. Oh, she will probably say no. Don't be gay. Don't be like, oh my god, I can't believe she rejected me. Don't be gay. Instead, just go and cold approach her. You never know. You never fucking know. You never fucking know if the guy you're about to cold approach will become your best friend in the future. Nor do you know if the girl you're about to approach will become your future fucking wife. So go and approach her anyway and do not reject yourself. If you do, just give yourself a slap and forget about that. And move on and try again until you don't feel that fear. And finally, the final thing I want to leave you off with is that you need to become someone that you would like your father to have been for you within your current life. What does this mean? Maybe you grow up in a childhood where you didn't have a strong father figure. Sure, fair enough. That means you didn't have the same advantages as many men out there. Sure, fair enough, makes sense. But the main thing is, you, my friend, need to make sure that you become that father for your future self. You become that friend for your future friends, and you become that husband for your future wife. So right now it's blowing, it's windy, my hands are freezing, but I'm doing this so that I can first of all teach you something, make progress in my business, make progress in my purpose, and I can teach my son in the future because I'm practicing right now. So do the same thing from now on. You need to become the father that you wished you had within life. And you are not gonna do that by jerking your little pee-pee off at home. Instead, you must make sure you go and do something. So do it! Don't stay there. Don't waste your life. Go and do it. And don't look back. Whatever mistakes you've done them. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Just learn from them and continue forward. And now, there is one last thing I want to say, man. If you like this content, you can boost the algorithm a little bit. Give it a like, maybe subscribe, doesn't really matter. The main thing I want to say is, I have a course that I have created. It's only for the serious people, so if you're not serious about this, just don't even open it. It is a course about finding your purpose and quitting masturbation and winning the battle of NoFap and lust forever in a new method that no one out there teaches. It's the first link within the description, and let me know what you think. You can comment something, doesn't really matter. Thank you for watching though. I am freezing cold, so I'm gonna go home, but you make sure you do the work. See ya!